friends, today I'm bringing you guys another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do this simple trick in After Effects to create this cool paper effect, whether it's behind the subject or behind text. And you guys can create some really cool stuff with this. So all you're going to need is some isolated footage. You can either get that by rotoscoping out your footage or by shooting on a green screen and then removing the green screen. Once we get to the steps, I'm actually going to show you a little bit more step by step on how you can specifically do that. And I'm also going to link some tutorials down below. Go check out that video below that I linked that talks about rotoscoping. If not, I'm going to show you real quick how to do it with just green screen footage. I have some green screen footage right here. All you need to do is go to your effects and presets, look up color key, and then you'll be able to get rid of the green screen in the background and give you nice isolated footage. But like I said, I'm just going to be working with this rotoscoped clip. So once you have that rotoscoped, it can be choppy if you want. This is what we're going to do to be able to create this paper effect. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a copy of our rotoscope clip. So Control C, Control V. We're going to click on that copy, open up this little arrow to extend the effects, and then right here where it says roto brush, just delete the roto brush off the bottom. So now what we have is we have one clip where we have just the rotoscope clip isolated in the background. You can see this is transparent. If you're seeing a black screen, if you click on this little checkerboard, you'll be able to see the transparency. So now what we're going to do is make a duplication of this rotoscope clip. So click on there, click Control C, Control V to duplicate that. We're going to select the bottom, so our original clip, to our effects and presets library right here. We're going to look up the word matte, and we're going to apply the matte choker effect onto our original clip, so this first one right here. And I'm actually going to rename that just so you guys don't get confused. I'll name this first roto clip, and I'll name this second roto clip, and then I will name this one background, like that. So let's click on our first rotoscope clip. We're also going to apply a fill effect onto our first rotoscope clip. So look up fill effect in your effects preset library. It's under generate. Go ahead and place that on here. And if I hide this, you'll see that this is filled with red. So what we're going to do is click on our first rotoscope clip. So we're going to come over here in our effect controls where it says matte choker. We're going to take the choke and we're going to make that -127. I'm pretty sure that's as far as it goes. And then we're also going to come here to the iterations and we're just going to bump that up. And you guys can choose however you like to do that. If you hide this top layer, you'll be able to see what you're doing, or you can just use the top layer as a reference. And you can change the iterations to something that you like, however big you like this paper effect to be. So I'm gonna go for something around maybe 12. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're just going to apply those rough edges to this corner, and then we're going to fill it in with the actual paper look that I'm talking about. So we're going to go to our effects and presets, and I'm going to look up roughen edges. Under stylize, apply that to your first roto clip. So we're going to come here to our roughen edges, and we're just going to bump up the scale like that. You're going to see that the edges are starting to kind of crinkle a little bit. So something around like 73. Now what I'm going to do is actually apply another roughen edges effect onto the same clip, and I'm actually going to take the scale and just make that negative, and you're going to see it's going to get this like crinkly kind of like rough paper edge look right here. So that's looking good. Now all we need to do is actually apply the paper look onto there. So you can go onto Google Images and just look up any kind of notebook paper. Just drag that into your project right here. If you guys would like, I can actually put a link in the description with a Mediafire download link where you guys can actually use this exact one. So just place that in a layer under here, and we're actually going to scale this up like that. So now just make sure that this notebook picture is below our first rotoscope clip, and then go ahead and change the track matte to alpha matte first roto clip, just like that. And you guys are going to see that it sticks onto these edges right here. And what you could do is also bring back the background right here, and you're going to see that you have this paper around the edges. It actually looks pretty cool, I think. What you can always do is change around any of these settings, change around the scale of anything. You can scale down these to actually make the line. You can scale down the paper to make the lines smaller, however you'd like. You can use any kind of clip of paper that you find on Google, but that's basically it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through those same exact steps, except do this for text. So I'm actually just going to make a new composition in my project right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make some text, and I'm going to name this paper text. And then let's go ahead and just make this black so that you guys can actually see it. Change up the font so that it doesn't look so weird. Go ahead for some access font like that. And then what we can do is actually just scale this up. So now what I'm going to do is just apply those same exact techniques which I just showed you to create some paper on this text, which I think looks pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the text. I'm actually going to duplicate it. So Control C, Control V. I'm going to go ahead to my effects and presets. We're going to look up matte, apply the matte choker onto our top clip, and then go ahead and apply fill onto our top clip. And we're actually going to drag this top clip to the bottom because this is actually our fill layer. So let me just make sure this is organized. So this is top clip and this is the matte. Come up here to our effect controls where it says matte choker. Just make that negative, just like that, negative 127. And then go ahead and just bump up these iterations to something that you like. So 7 looks pretty good. Now all we have to do now is bring in that picture of the paper that we had in our project, drag that under our bottom clip as you see right here, and then just go ahead and resize this. Now all you have to do is come over here to track matte and then click alpha matte top clip 2. That's what I named it. And as you see right here, it is on there. And for some reason, if you guys aren't seeing any of these settings, just make sure you click this toggle switches and modes until this pops up. Or what you can do is right click in this column right here, go to columns and make sure everything is checked so that you can see this. You can also add those roughen edges onto that bottom clip and make sure you put the scale up like that. You can also add another one and then bump the scale down. It's going to give it more of that kind of like, it's going to give it kind of more of that like ripped edge. You guys can mess around with any of those settings however you'd like. If you'd like to make it bigger or smaller. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comment section down below. If you guys are new here, make sure you click that subscribe button. We've got regular tutorials, regular music videos, a bunch of other cool content on the channel. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.